join Laura Daniel, Ray O'Leary, Josh Thompson, Melanie Bracewell and Vaughan Smith as we look back on the week and ask, have you been paying attention? And now, here's your host, Hayley Sproul.
Welcome to Have You Been Paying Attention, the show where we quiz these intrepid comedians on the week's news. And it's our first ever Friday night show, and we thought we would celebrate with a massive prize pack of an all-expenses-paid trip to Wellington with stops at...
Countdown on Cable Car Lane, One Red Dog, Wellington Airport Food Court and Wellington Airport Men's Toilet.
There you go, it is yours to win. Tonight we'll be joined by our guest quizmaster, star of the new Netflix show Sweet Tooth, Jodie Rimmer. And later by All Black Jack Goodhue. But first, let's meet our contestants. She's on the new season of Taskmaster, Laura Daniel. You know he goes extra crazy on a Friday, Ray O'Leary. Star of the small screen and My Big Dreams, Josh Thompson. We got her just before she moves to Melbourne, Mel Bracewell. And bring his face for radio to television, Vaughan Smith. My everyone, it's lovely to have you on the show. Laura, great to see you.
Great to see you too, Hayley.
Now, how are you? Because I heard that you had a horrific sports injury last week.
Yes, I did partake in the high-performance sport of cabaret.
A dangerous one at that. Let's have a look at you. Wow.
Sequined up, there's Jennifer Ward-Leland and Jackie Clark and me.
An absolute nobody on the side there.
Like 3 evolutions of a Pokemon.
So we were performing in a show in the Cabaret Festival last week. It's still going this week in Auckland and Wellington, so you know, get along, see some shows. But yeah, we had a live band and it was like quite rock and roll, and I was like doing a solo, and I was like, what's more rock and roll than doing a jump split, which you haven't done in 3 years or warmed up for?
No. And how did it go?
Not good.
Not good. This happened to you, of course.
Yeah. Pulled the old hammy. That's a massive.
Oh, really? Oh,
There goes. That's the whole. That's huge.
It's massive. I got back up, did 2 more shows after that. It was quite painful, but I was like, get out there, keep going.
Shout out to girls there.
Like the modern-day Buck Shelford.
Yeah. Musical theatre was the real winner on the day.
Laura, great to have you as always. Josh, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, yes.
We're actually lucky to have you here because you recently returned from Australia just in time.
Yes, just got back in time. I was overseas, I was acting in a film, and lucky to get back. We actually had an unwelcome house guest while I was there for 6 weeks. We had one of these creepy crawlies sneaking around. So that is under that glass is a wolf spider.
I thought you were a kid. I was like, that's not a creepy crawly, mate. That is your child. Hey!
So yeah, that's actually quite a massive margarita glass. You can't actually tell how big that is. But as the dad, I was put in charge of getting rid of them, and we actually found 3 in the house in one day. There's another one here.
No.
That's in my undies, but that one died by itself. Actually, I don't know what.
The third one, do you think maybe you were their unwanted house guest?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the person who ran the Airbnb was called S. Spider, so I think it's hard.
You stand by that joke, Josh.
I'm a dad. So.
You are a dad. Lovely to see you as always. It is time now to dive into some news. Hands on those buzzers. Let's get into it. The Prime Minister was being upfront.
Our approach all the way through is the path of least regret.
What is the path of least regret, Ray?
Don't know. Life's too short for regrets, baby.
A great motto to live by there, Ray. Thank you. Vaughan?
No, it was about did they do the right thing going to level 2 in Wellington and staying there for a little longer?
Indeed. The path of least regret is the decision to keep Wellington in level 2. Judith Collins wasn't pulling punches.
The Prime Minister is wrong. She should pull the plug on it now.
Pull the plug on what? Josh?
Neve has been in the bath all week.
Yeah, definitely pull the plug. Mel?
No, it's actually Winston's on life support.
Not the plug she is talking about there. Not the plug in question. Ray?
No, it's about the new hate speech laws, and Judith Collins is worried because that's the only kind of speech she knows.
Ray, I will pay you those points. Yeah, the update to hate speech laws, which the government has had trouble defining. Points are yours. Here is Green MP Chloe Swarbrick.
6 months into the government, we would have hoped that we'd been beyond the point of just soliciting advice.
Soliciting advice for what, Vaughan?
How to bounce back after the big night she's just had. She's like, we need you on camera in 5 minutes. She's like, yikes.
Josh?
Whether to spend the fuel discount or save it for next time.
Not the advice she's referring to. Laura?
No, this is something that hasn't been on the news a lot. It's about how landlords and property managers are shit.
Basically, yeah, I'm going to pay you those points. It's how to better vet property managers after many Kiwi renters have reported poor housing conditions, and I think the renters might need the help.
I just forgot what it was like to feel warm.
Oh, that's so sad. That was really sad.
Has he thought of just buying his own house?
Maybe not, Vaughan. You should absolutely give him that advice. Chris Hipkins was feeling the pressure this week.
That is going to be keeping me awake for the next 7 days.
What is going to be keeping me awake for the next 7 days, Ray?
I finally tried pee.
See what all this fuss is about.
Not what he tried there, Laura.
New Zealand's almost run out of vaccines and someone needs to pop to the chemist and grab a few.
Yeah, COVID-19 vaccines are running in short supply until the next delivery arrives. It's stressing them out. This is an important list.
Meat trays, plastic plates and cutlery and even cotton buds.
What's that about? Josh?
These are the stripper names he uses.
Here comes old meat tray.
Better than having it referred to as a cotton bud.
Yeah, true. Not the answer, Laura?
They're all the vegan options at the Mad Butcher.
I'm sure they are. Not what I want here, Mel.
They're plastics that are being phased out.
Yeah, indeed. Those are single-use plastics the government have told New Zealand to phase out by 2023. John Campbell wasn't holding back.
He didn't try. Dick. Right.
What's got him so upset, Mel?
Well, it was Pride Month and everyone had to try dick.
No.
Wasn't that the whole
Not what
thing?
Pride Month means.
Oh, okay. I've got my wires crossed.
Josh?
An Australian limousine driver was driving people around and he had COVID, so he only gave him 4 stars.
Yeah, and why John's calling him a dick is because he didn't wear a mask and he didn't get vaccinated.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
This image from Otago University caused controversy around the world. What are we looking at there? It's Ray?
This is what National thinks will happen if they pass the hate speech laws.
I don't believe it's quite the answer I want here. Josh?
Somebody parked their teeth in a handicap spot. And it got clamped.
That is not what we're looking at there. Laura?
Blowjob chastity belt.
Not that. Yikes, Mel?
This is some awful invention that was designed to get people to lose weight, and it clamps their teeth together.
Yeah.
Because that's cool.
It's wild, isn't it? A controversial new device is designed so it's where it can lose weight just by restricting their diet to liquids. President Joe Biden was quietly demanding.
I said, yeah, pay them more.
What is he talking about? Laura?
The panellists on Have You Been Paying Attention?
Look, you take that up beyond me, thanks. Ray?
No, it's companies weren't able to attract employees, and so he was saying that they should just pay them more.
Yeah. He's responding to complaints that his economic plan has left companies without workers to fill positions.
Hayley, give me more points.
I will give you strictly 10 of them for that correct answer. This made headlines in the UK. Oh, hello. And there it is.
Whoa.
Straight to the botty there. What are we looking at? Mel?
That's how you got this show to move to Friday nights?
Yeah. Oh, that could be me. Right. Not the answer I want here, right?
This is a meeting that could have been an email.
No, that could have. Vaughan.
Now, this is a UK politician who was caught smooching his aide. On a security camera that he thought had been deactivated in his office, right?
Yeah, and he's the health minister, Matt Hancock. He was forced to resign after this video of him breaking COVID rules, which is the main thing.
More of a hand-ass than a Hancock.
Yeah, he is indeed. It's time now for a break, but we'll be right back with our first guest quizmaster, Jodie Rimmer Ako Akenei.
Good evening. We're back into it. How cool is this?
This is a huge mess. Ooh, goodness gracious.
It rains down all of its juices.
Smelly, filthy.
You're older than me and you don't look it.
Wow.
Wow. Shit.
My mum would have melted on the spot.
Go hard or go home.
We've got some quite old
breasts.
They need to be given some love.
Welcome back to Have You Been Paying Attention? Ray, happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you.
To clarify, not my birthday, and it was your birthday last week. How'd you celebrate?
Yeah, I had a little party, and it was a big affair. So my friends decided to dress up like me. And then we had a dress-up competition, like a Ray O'Leary competition. I came third. I don't know if you guys have this experience of your genuine haircut can be bought as a funny wig from the $2 shop.
I do.
Yeah.
Mel, great to have you here, but absolutely, you're moving to Melbourne.
I am, and I am making the most of my final days in New Zealand. I did the quintessential, thing you've got to tick off on your bucket list when you're in New Zealand.
Sky Tower, bungee.
I went to a cat show. It was incredible. I saw so many weird cats, the cats that you wouldn't have seen before,
No, because you actually found, you picked a favourite.
This is my favourite cat. This is what I would call the best cat.
I want to gauge this reaction. Is it like, whoa, that's incredible, or
it looks like
what?
Adam Driver. He looks exactly like Adam Driver. I was
It
like,
does.
this isn't Adam Driver.
Can we get a side-by-side of this cat and Adam Driver, please? That is Adam Driver the cat.
Yeah, absolutely.
A huge shout-out to the cat showing community.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to miss you, and hopefully you find a cat show in Australia.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, they don't do it anywhere else.
Okay, it's strictly Kiwi. All right, contestants, let's move on. We've got Jodie Rimmer coming up, but first, get out the eye cream and get a couple of injections in the brow. It's showbiz. Hands on those buzzers. Pop music fans were excited about this.
My bad habits lead to late nights and in alone conversations with a stranger I barely know.
What are we looking at there, Mel?
I was just going to say, it's Ed Sheeran and a vampire, so two things that can't go in the sun.
Not quite the info I need. Ed Sheeran's in it, though, isn't he, Ray?
It's his new song, Bad Habit, about his bad habit of writing and recording music.
Wow! An absolute savage burn, but you've got the information. There is Ed Sheeran's new song, Bad Habits. That's the video. Very cool. Ringo Starr announced he has settled a lawsuit against a company that makes what? Laura?
It was a company that makes Ringos, which is sex toys.
Yeah, a sex toy called a Ringo, which the Beatles star said was too close to his name and infringed on his brand. Born.
What does that do, Hayley?
What I love about their advertising is that they've called it a C-ring with ball sling. Like trying to pull it back a little bit.
The good thing about this is you can beat all your friends off. Beat all your friends off.
No, we got it.
Because he's in the Beatles.
Yeah.
And then you can come together.
Yeah. You need to focus. I know you're all just running through your head. Beatles sex puns.
Sorry.
This has movie fans freaking out.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, Wow, what is that all about? Laura?
She needs another 5 minutes before the vocals is done.
Not what's happening there. Ray.
I just know that can't be filmed in New Zealand because our houses are too damp to burn like that.
This is true. I need a bit more info, Mel.
New Halloween movie.
Indeed, it's called Halloween Kills, the latest in the Halloween franchise. All right, it's time to bring out our guest quizmaster. She's a legend of television, Aotearoa, getting seen by international audiences in Netflix's Sweet Tooth. Give it up for Jodie Mwah, that's how we do it on TV. Jodie, thank you so much for coming on the show. What a delight.
It's lovely to be here.
Now, look, you've had a massive career. I'm saying it like it's over. It's not. But you could be. You've had a massive career. Look, in My Father's Dead, Filthy Rich, The Strip, Xena, lest we forget, Melody Rules, lest we forget.
Keep it coming.
You're a very prolific voice artist as well, of course, The Bachelorette and The Bachelor.
Yes, Hayley.
Do you have a preference, like being in the booth or being in front of the camera?
Basically, it's anyone who pays me well.
Oh, right, yeah. No, that's fair enough. Laura?
Like, I've had so many people come up to me and think that I'm the voice of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
I know.
To the point where someone was like, you make The Bachelorette bearable. And I was like, wait, what? I watch it while crying over a bottle of wine.
Yeah, someone else has said to me, oh, Laura, isn't Laura Daniel great? I went, Laura Daniel is great, but she's not on that show.
She's a bitch.
Let's talk about Sweet Tooth, of course. It's the talk of the town, out on Netflix now. How was it working on that? Huge international production.
It was crazy. My kids were finally impressed with something that I got because Robert Downey Jr. is the EP, the executive producer, and of course he's not Spider-Man. What is he?
Iron Man.
He's Iron Man.
The idea of
You just lost all your children's credit.
Yeah. You worked so hard to build it up, and now they're like, Mom, I am destroyed. And it's amazing because I think a lot of people didn't know that it was, well, lots of it was filmed here. It was all filmed here.
It was all filmed here.
Yeah, and as they're watching it, all these Kiwi faces are popping up. But you look quite different in the show. Let's have a look at you.
Yeah, I'm looking quite masterful in that chair, don't you think?
You're powerful.
Yeah, I feel quite high status. Yeah.
Not next to me. Jodie, fantastic to have you here on the show. Are you ready to ask our contestants our TV questions?
I am.
Good, take it away.
Okay, here's a saucy clip.
What have you got there? Oh, shit, I had a pie for breakfast. It must be mincemeat. Oh, give it here. Nice. Nice.
Can we show this?
It's Friday night.
I guess.
So what's that about?
Josh?
Is that what happens when you blow on the pie?
Yeah. I hope not.
Or if the pie blows on you.
Need a bit more info for those points. It's from a show, Ray.
Oh, is that the UK Health Secretary?
That is not them. Mel.
This is the new show. It's called Talk Back.
Yes, and I saw 3 episodes today. Very funny.
Very good.
Very, very funny. Jason Hoyt and Mike Minogue. Talk show host Wendy Williams is in a bit of trouble for some comments over Britney Spears. What did she say?
Laura.
Something toxic.
Well, kind of, yeah. Vaughan.
Didn't she say Britney's parents should die? Yes. Or be put to death? Die.
Yeah.
Straight die.
She called for her parents to die, didn't she?
Yeah.
Check this out.
How dare you, Mr. Spears? You had me fooled. And you too, Mrs. Spears. Death to all of them.
Audience is like, oh, Wendy.
So this got some strong reactions.
I am the person who is strong and gets things right. I can't lose you.
I can't lose you.
What are we looking at there?
What is it, Laura?
It's the other new Ed Sheeran music video.
He absolutely should do that. It would be a great move. Mel.
It's a new movie about the royal family, and sucks for Megan as an actor to not even get the role.
It looks so cringy.
But yes, you are in fact right.
It's called Escape from the Palace, I believe. Jodie, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure. Homaiti paki paki, give it up for Jodie Rimmer! Bundle up your socks and stuff them in your shoes to save room in the suitcase. Let's take a trip around the world. Starting in Thailand, and what are we looking at here? Vaughan.
Isn't that the dishwasher from the Flintstones?
Oh my gosh, yes, it's not, but I wish it was. Josh?
I don't know, but I think we should talk about the elephant in the room.
Indeed, Vaughan.
Hasn't this family of elephants been ransacking a Thai family's kitchen and there's nothing they can do about it?
Yeah, he's been making midnight visits and they just like we can't stop her. The points are yours, Vaughan. Bad news for Japanese robot Pepper, touted as the first robot with a heart. What's happened? Laura?
He fell in love with a toaster.
No, you didn't do that. Josh?
Unfortunately, no one wants a robot with a heart, so the company's gone bankrupt. But the robots with big dicks have sold it.
Now, where can I get one of those?
Yeah, no one wanted it, basically, so they've ceased production. Not enough demand and orders. I'll pay you those points, Josh. Okay. Heading to the UK, where this car was just auctioned off for £47,000. Why? Laura?
It's got really low Ks.
Not what makes it so exciting. Mel?
That was Princess Diana's car.
It was indeed. The points are yours. Not that one. That one. Shout out to those panel beaters, right?
Wow!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's too soon. This painting by Pablo Picasso is back in the news. Why? Ray?
It sucks.
I mean, you're not wrong, are you? Not why it's in the news. Vaughan?
This got stolen ages ago and they've just recovered it along with another painting.
Yeah, it's one of two artworks that have been recovered by Greek police after being stolen nearly a decade ago, and they have been taking extra good care of it. It's all right, it's just a Picasso. All right, team, it is time now for an individual challenge. Now, because we took a little break, there is a lot of news to catch up on, so we thought we'd see if you were paying attention to what was happening over the last few weeks with a game called Emoji News. All right, guys, I'm going to give you some emojis, and all you have to do is tell me what recent news story they are referring to, and let's see who we're starting with. It's Josh.
Oh, wow.
There you go. It is you, Josh.
It's Ray, isn't it, without glasses?
Yeah, I think we're going with Josh here.
Okay.
Josh, here
Okay.
are your emojis.
Sure.
Please tell me what story we are looking at here.
They're praying for sunshine plugs. Because it's cold in Wellington and they want more warmness.
It's something that's sort of made the news of late.
Squash. Tenants in Wellington are upset about the lack of insulation in their flats and are hoping for better weather.
Josh, it's a good guess, but it is incorrect. That is Lord released a new single, Solar Power, and announced an album of the same name.
That's not her hands. That's not anything like her.
Praying
Yeah, but she hasn't got yellow skin.
The Lord, right?
I don't like
Oh,
this.
no, in Josh's defence, if you've heard the song, you can understand why he forgot it.
It's your second Savage burn there, Ray.
Oh, like you enjoyed it. Come on.
Oh, okay, Ray. Well, let's see who is up next. Melanie Bracewell. You're in the hot seat now. Here are your emojis. What story do they represent?
White. Oh, you've given me a hint. To think this is what Egyptians have to do all the time.
I just want to apologise to our Egyptian watchers. It's not what we think of your language. Yeah, you're right. White rather than a square. I'll give you that. White.
Whitelock. Capped. Oh my God. Whitelock. Captain.
And to summarise,
Sam Whitelock. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Sam Whitelock, yes. He is the captain of the All Blacks.
for the upcoming series, 10 points to you, Mel. Well done. Well worked out. And congrats, Sam. All right, who we got? It's you, Ray. An absolute look of shock on your face.
Are you sure it's not Sideshow Bob?
All right, Ray, here are your emojis. Tell us, what story do they tell?
Of course, crickets have been up to science. And they did it pretty well. And they made it rain. Crickets could be cricketers, could be sports people.
Okay.
Sports, science. Wait, was there a rain rain delay? Number one, what's the science? They played science.
You don't have to tell me what each emoji is, just tell me the story.
What is this game?
Just in general, what story do you think this is?
Cricket.
You're nearly there.
Okay, no, cricket came number one because of a rain delay.
I'm going to give it to him.
Oh, what?
I'm going to give it to him. Cricket came number one because of rain delay. I'm going to give it to him. The Black Caps won the World Test match competition final despite there being significant rain delays. I'm giving it to him. I'm the host. 10 points. All right, let's get another memoji up and see who is next. I believe that's you, Laura.
I look grumpy AF.
Their attitude on this thing.
And really tan and hot. I'm into it.
Stunning.
You look like a brat stall.
All these things are true.
Big head, tiny ways. Hit me with it.
Laura, I know you love your emojis, so here are yours. And what are we looking at? What news story is that covering there?
Oh, shit. Okay. New Zealand film censorship. Yeah, there's a New Zealand film censorship.
So in the news of late...
Okay, something bad's happened in the film industry.
All right, lock in an answer for me.
Or is it the hate speech stuff? Okay, New Zealand's new laws on hate speech are controversial.
It's a good guess, but no, there was a petition to stop making They Are Us, the movie, based on the Christchurch attacks that has Rose Byrne playing Jacinda Ardern.
You needed to put the brown hair girl emoji in there.
Right, that would have helped you. Laura, I can't pay you any points for that, I'm afraid. Who is next?
What?
We know you love your winter woolies, Vaughan. Here are your emojis. What's the story?
That mother...
Don't need the sound effects, thanks, Vaughan.
Incidental sound effects there for the first one. She's breastfeeding. That's bowling. What? No, what was that look for? What was that face for? Mother bowling dollars. Mother bowling cash.
Do you really think that I'm going to give you 10 points for mum bowling dollars?
Mumpins.
Well, so what is that mum doing?
Mumpins.
What's the mum doing?
Feeding.
Otherwise known as when you are...
Lactating.
I can't do it without giving it away.
She's being milked.
Have you guys figured out what I'm talking about? I've got it. Josh has got it.
Just say hello, Josh has got it. All right.
Feeding. Boobing.
Just have a go then. I can't help you without saying the word. When the mother is, she is, when you, something a child.
Nurse. Got it! Nurses are striking for more money.
I really led you to that, Vaughan, but yes, a nursing strike took place after collective agreement negotiations couldn't be resolved. 10 points. Yes! Vaughan. We'll be right back with our guest quizmaster, Jack Goodhue, Apo Akine.
Murder, treason, the Black Plague.
fun.
Stop it. Older New Zealanders, of course, can remember a time.
I'd like to.
Yeah, in Queenstown.
Yeah, Queenstown.
The big dump closed schools and major roads across the South Island.
That's what New Zealand's done all the way through, and it's served us well.
Nobody has faced more balls.
It's too weird and too real. I don't want to think about it yet.
Greenpeace says it will continue to keep pushing the government to ban
Dick.
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 Welcome back to Have You Been Paying Attention? Now, before we move on, Laura, exciting week for you next week. Taskmaster Season 2 starring your very self begins. How was it?
It was amazing. It was honestly like, it was so much fun. Everyone was pretty competitive. Like, it's a really cool cast. And I went into it being a big fan of Taskmaster. So I was constantly looking for tricks and like clues and puzzles that might be happening in the task, missing all of them.
Yeah. Great. Well, I cannot wait to watch it. Of course, it is Wednesdays, 8:30 on 2. Don't miss it. All right, it is time to bring out our next guest quizmaster. He's a rugby legend and, let's be honest, a fashion icon from the All Blacks. Please welcome Jack Goodhue. Welcome, Jack. Great to have you here.
Thanks,
Limping out a bit. You're in a brace?
Yeah, I'm on a brace, yeah.
What
Bit
happened?
of a nasty knee injury, to be honest.
How to say you brace well.
My God. Melanie Bracewell, ladies and gentlemen. Take us back to the very, very beginning. When did you realise, hey, I'm quite good at rugby?
I don't know, it was always just a family thing. Growing up, 3 brothers, 1 sister, and we just spent all our time down at the rugby club. When you're doing it so often, it just becomes part of who you are.
Just
I guess.
naturally just cruise on into the All Blacks.
Well,
It's like,
a little bit of hard work. Yeah.
Big piece of cake, Vaughan.
What happened to the mullet?
We do have to ask, what happened to it?
Well, you know, just fashion just moves so quickly these days.
From the 80s? You just realised the 80s is over and you're like, oh, man.
Life's gone downhill and so's the Instagram followers.
When did you...
I was there that day. I helped make the mullet pink.
Ah, yeah, cool. Good for you. Was it a hard decision to make? Did you weep a little bit?
You know, everything runs its course, but I think it was my wife that actually was the most distraught about it. She grew really attached to it, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, because she let you, well, I don't know, she let you have it at your wedding day.
Yeah. It's true. So Sophie and I were going to get married, but beforehand we couldn't organise it in time, so we postponed it. We thought we were going to postpone it a year, and then I committed to this charity event, which Laura was at. And then we thought, let's just get married. Like, we don't want to wait any longer. We're Christian, so we're like, let's get into it. And
Praise the Lord, mate. Good on you.
So in that meantime, before we rescheduled the wedding, I committed to this charity event. That was a week after the wedding, so I couldn't.
You couldn't get rid of it?
I can't grow a mullet in a week, no matter.
So it's immortal, really. It lives on in those wedding photos you probably would have paid thousands for.
Yeah, not cheap.
Ray.
So you're an athlete. So, because Laura does cabaret, so you probably have quite a lot to talk about.
Actually, you probably have a little bit like, how do I rehab my leg injury as well?
Yeah, we share some tips, yeah.
Well, we were talking about the injury backstage. You were like, oh,
she doesn't talk about anything else.
She could do that in a line out one time, just really screw that.
Before you ask our questions, I have to say we are, of course, facing Tonga this weekend. How do you think we're going to go? I say we, me and the boys.
I think you're going to go good.
Damn.
And
I'm feeling strong and feeling good.
Yeah, Tonga, they probably haven't had the best preparation, but they always put out a great performance, and they're tough, they're physical, so I think it's going to be an awesome first game.
Sorry, so I'm part Tongan, and I asked the Tongan team if I could play for them, and they said it would be actually better if I played for the All Blacks.
Wow.
So can you sort that out?
Yeah. I'll have a word.
Yeah. This is exciting, Tomo. All right, Jack, thank you so much for joining us. Are you ready to ask our contestants our sports questions?
Yeah, let's get into it, yeah.
All right, team, stretch out your hammies and bend over and touch your toes. It's time for sport. Take it away.
Okay, first question. Exciting times in rugby.
As the All Blacks get set for the first Test match of the year, a fierce internal rivalry is set to resume.
What's the rivalry?
Vaughan.
Who gets to use the Rexona roll-on first?
Yuck. Not the answer, Mel.
It's who gets the number 10, but I think you're all 10s.
Give you that.
Look at her. And it's gonna be Richie? Is it Richie?
Yeah, Richie Moronga this weekend.
Took it out. There you go.
Well, I reckon Bowden's put on a few kgs. He's probably more of a 12 now.
As a girl that fluctuates between 10 and 12, it really makes me laugh. Really makes me laugh. All right, next question, please.
Here is Black Cats wicketkeeper BJ Watling.
It's looking pretty shiny still. I'll make sure it's clean by the time we come out.
All right.
What's going on there?
Shiny, Laura?
He's talking about the team butt plug.
Do they exist in sports teams in New Zealand?
I'm not speaking for cricket.
Ask the cricket player that. True. That's not the answer on the card, though, Laura. Vaughan?
No, he gets to look after the trophy they won during the isolation period because he's retiring.
Yeah, that's it, Vaughan.
Yeah.
It's the big sceptre
I
thing,
always
eh?
thought if I was stuck in MIQ for 2 weeks, I'd have a fair bit of time for spit and polish as well. I was talking about having a wank. Just to clarify.
Yeah. I think we got it.
Gotcha.
Take it
All right, man, next one. It was a good week for Kiwi surfer Ella Williams.
I just went into the room and did it by myself, and I thought, wow, I'm very proud of myself.
Now, hang on. Give them the second half of the question, please.
What is she talking about there?
Oh, God. I'm going to throw it to you, Laura.
She tried on the New Zealand Olympic team uniform for the first time. And she's a surfer, so she also tried on the New Zealand Olympic board shorts and the New Zealand Olympic shell necklace.
I'd give her that.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, next question. There was a dramatic scene on the first stage of the Tour de France this week. What happened?
This was not good, Ray.
A mysterious new guest joined called Lance Legstrong.
I don't think that's quite true. Vaughan?
Now, this was that person who held out a big sign and caused like the biggest crash in Tour de France history.
That's it, a huge crash. Let's take a look.
Yes.
The first of two horror moments of the day, however, came when a spectator's sign took down Tony Martin and most of the rest of the peloton.
Isn't that horrible? You'd have to deal with... Oh, the audience is quite far away. I guess streakers?
I haven't touched the streakers, but I've had...
What's the protocol?
Not until marriage.
Next question, please.
Football World Cup winners France had a tough week. What happened?
Laura.
France got knocked out by Switzerland in a very dramatic penalty shootout, which is weird because Switzerland usually likes to stay out of conflict.
I'd expect that from a fellow athlete. Yeah, well done.
Beautiful. 10 points, Laura.
Kiwi tennis fans are disappointed this week. Why?
Laura.
That ASB Classic tournament has been postponed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, COVID related, but I'm going to give you that because you're my favourite, Laura. She helped with the mullet campaign, help raise a lot of money for Northlanders up there.
Yeah, we get it. Laura does charity.
You do charity too, Hayley. You rent your houses out to people.
We're going to take a break, but when we come back, a winner will be crowned. Please give it up for Jack Goodhue! To bring it on home with a round of rapid recall. All right, hands on buzzers, start that clock now. 3 Kiwi university lecturers have claimed their classrooms have been infiltrated by what? Vaughan.
Mature students who ask too many dumb questions.
Not quite, no. This is outrageous. Josh?
Children standing on each other's shoulders pretending to be adults.
Not quite. Laura?
Spies.
Yeah, Chinese spies during lectures about Chinese political history. A report has found a record number of US police officers are doing what, Ray?
Being paired with a by-the-book cop, despite the fact that they're sort of loose cannon who plays by their own rules.
No, Ray, not the answer. Laura?
They're quitting and retiring.
Retiring and resigning, with retirement numbers up 45%. Good news for New Zealand prisoners. What has officially been allowed behind bars? Ray?
The keys to the cells.
Not that good of news. Not that good. Mel?
It was a book that was banned and is no longer banned.
I'll give you that. It's the popular book Gangland by Jared Savage, which corrections had tried to ban. Huge weekend for Melbourne City FC. What did they do? Laura?
They won the A-League for the first time, which the Wellington Phoenix will be doing next season.
First time in the club's history. That's amazing. 10 points to you. This couch has got the internet talking. Why? Mel?
Great couch to get fingered on.
Yikes. Not why it's got people talking. Laura?
IKEA made a couch to support the bi community, and they hate it.
Yeah, it was the Pride Month.
It actually brought everyone together because every community hates it.
Absolutely, the points are yours. Huge celebrations in China this week. What for? Ray?
My birthday.
Oh, I can't believe that's what it was for, Vaughan.
They finally infiltrated those Auckland University classes.
No, that's not the celebration. Even bigger. Laura?
Communism?
Yeah. 100th anniversary of the founding of the Communist Party of China. This Christchurch woman had a shocking week. What happened? Josh?
She urinated on an electric fence.
Not shocking in that way. Mel?
She bought 4 suitcases during a global pandemic.
Not why she had such a shocking week here, Vaughan.
And she was doing lines of tiddlywinks with her mates when she was 8 years old, and that tiddlywink's been up her nose since then.
There you go. She extracted a tiddlywink from her nose that she accidentally put up there 35 years ago when she was 8 years old.
You should have seen where they found those suitcases.
Oh, yeah. Points yours, Vaughan. Bad news for New Zealand tomatoes. What happened? Vaughan?
Now, there's a virus, right? And they've had to destroy a whole lot of tomatoes, and they haven't been able to identify the source. But Hayley, scientists are relishing in the opportunity to try.
Vaughn, I'll pay you those points. A virus was found in an Auckland greenhouse, and exports to 6 countries have been halted. Points are yours. Windsor Castle has just opened a new public exhibition celebrating what? Ray?
1,000 years scandal-free.
Certainly not. Laura?
The too long life of Prince Philip.
The life of Prince Philip, I'll give you that. The EU are preparing to propose a new law banning what? Josh?
Pronouncing it ew.
They were really dealing with bigger issues to begin with, Josh. Anyone know the answer here, Vaughan?
Caged animals?
Cage farming of all animals. The points are yours. Christchurch Mayor Leanne Darziel had a big announcement on Thursday. What was it? Vaughan?
She's not Ellen DeGeneres.
It is uncanny. It is uncanny. Not the news, though. Josh?
She's not seeking re-election.
Indeed, the points are yours. Rihanna had an embarrassing moment. Ooh, that sound brings us to the end of the show. Let's check that final leaderboard. And our winner tonight is Laura Daniel. Congratulations to our winner, and thank you to everyone for playing tonight. We'll leave you with this reminder of the need to pay attention when making live TV.
Time now for one more thing.
I gotta pee, I gotta pee.
You're on the air.
Next week, Vaughan is joined by James Roque, Angela Drummond, Ben Hurley, and back from the UK, Alice Sneddon. We'll see you then.